on for long, because plenty has been said, but I just wanted to say a couple of things. One or two people have been extremely kind and said to me, thank you for doing all this. That thanks is entirely misplaced. If someone suggested this would be a good idea, it took me less than a second to think, yes, this would obviously be a good idea, and then everybody else has done the work. So that's been fantastic. So thanks so much for going this direction. But there are a few people I would just quickly like to highlight and say a big thank you to. The first thanks should go to the college itself, but in so doing, I particularly would like to thank two people who have been tremendously supportive of the choir for this year and throughout the last few years. The most obvious is Chris, the master.
Hey, yeah.
Colleges over the decades will know that it is unimaginable to find a more supportive master of the chapel choir. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much to Chris and to Mary. You've given us a huge amount within this community. The other person I'd also like to thank, who's chaired a really tough committee over the last 3 years, is our president, Mark Nichols, who was here last night. And who, when I put this idea to him, just immediately said, of course the college must do that, of course we'll get behind that. And that support has been tremendous. So a really big thank you to the master and to the president and the support from the college. We mentioned Frankie last night and Caroline, who isn't here today, and all the people who've had to do the running around, the people who've had to respond when I've said, oh, have you thought about this? Oh, did I not tell you that earlier? Yes, that would be a great idea. The people who responded to those sorts of requests. So a big thanks, particularly to Frankie, to Stephen in the chapel, and to Caroline in her absence, and all those who've been able to just make it all work so smoothly over the last 2 days. So a very big thank you to them. And then finally, I just think we should have a very, very clear thank you George Guest, of course, will be in all of our minds, but I'd also like to thank the directors of music and organists, who have been an inspiration, as we know, over decades, whose generosity, whose skill, whose sheer dedication to this choir and to this chapel have been outstanding. So I think we should just give a big round of applause to Christopher Robinson, to David Hill, and to Andrew Nessinger.